last week I told you that we were going to be road tripping through France. And here we are. We are in France. We are actually in the Champagne region of France. And of course, you can't come to Champagne without drinking some champagne. But before we do that, I don't know if you can see right behind me, there's this little chateau. This is where we stayed last night. And I want to give you guys a look at that before we take off. And then after we're done with that, our guide should be here. And then we're going to pile in to the van and we're going to head out for our champagne tour. But before we do that, let's take a look at the chateau. What did you guys think? How beautiful is that? So I think our van is here. So we're about to hop in the van. We're going to pile in the van. And as soon as we do, we're going to make our way to the Champagne tour. So see you in a bit.
Taxi!
I did, okay, so that's good information.
That's one that I really like, La Revue du Vin de France.
Okay.
They're pretty good at rating the
Container.
Because at the beginning, I separate the first 100 liters because it's not the best wine.
Okay.
And so 4,000 kilos gives 25 hectoliters.
So when we put the wine in bottles, we put the wine, yeast, in sugar. We put a plastic cork here in the cap. We have the fermentation, the second fermentation. The carbonic gas can go out. There is a chemical reaction. We have bubbles, and it's become champagne.
In the three barrels is the same wine, but they don't have the same provenance and age. This one is close to between 60-65 years old. The first one is around 80 years old, and this one is 130 years old.
That is the first stop done. And oh my, what an education. We're about to head over to our next stop. So when we get there, we'll have a little bit more to drink and maybe learn a little more. Yeah, I know we'll learn a little more.
Taxi!
Currently it's pruning time.
Oh. Donc là c'est du chardonnay.
Ici chardonnay.
Taille Chablis donc. Le Chablis c'est un éventail un peu.
So this is a specific pruning he's talking about, which is called the Chablis pruning.
Je vous explique pourquoi, c'est parce qu'on est la seule région à faire du vin blanc avec du raisin noir. Donc comme sont les raisins noirs à jus blanc, la couleur se trouve dans la peau, donc il ne faut pas abîmer les grappes pour éviter qu'il y ait coloration du jus.
So Vincent is explaining that we've seen the vines, we've not seen all the work in the vine, but we've seen a bit, the pruning is taking time. And then whenever the grape is ready, it's going to be harvested, and everything is done by hand. The reason is that it's not because of the Chardonnay that we've seen in the south of the region, it's because of the Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier, that are black grapes, and you don't want to crush the grapes, you don't want the color out of the grapes, you just want the white juice out of it. So that's why everything is done by hand. Everything has to be done. And with you guys maybe.
Okay, so this is it. And we had a lot of fun, but most of all, we got to meet great people, and that's the best part of this, is meeting great people. Thank you, Matthias.
Yeah, thank you. That was a great time.
Yeah.
We
So
really enjoyed it.
You did. Thank you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and so we'll see you next week. But until then, bye bye now.
Bye bye.
All right. So the best part about road trips is that you never get lost. You just have fun while you're driving.
You can see Epernay. In the back, what we've seen, the White Coast, that's where we were at the early morning. The Marne Valley, so the Marne River, the vineyard of the Marne River, where Pinot Meunier is planted, and behind us, all the Hans Mountain. So from here you can see almost everything.
Now, what's the Joseph Perrier? Does that have anything?